Yeah, I remember what happened on Tuesday. Man, was I upset on Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday I entered in the pre-market. And the most annoying part about that is, all right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time that you're tuning in, my name is Lewis and I am literally documenting my trading journey. I am not a guru, I am not an expert, I am not a teacher, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I'm just documenting my trading journey. This is just my video diary apart from my actual physical diary that I want you guys to go through and see my growth and my progress throughout the years. And before we start anything, I want to thank Techtronix.com for sponsoring this series and making this series even possible. If you're looking to build the best quality PC or buy one pre-built with the best quality parts in the market, make sure you hit up Techtronix.com. Use discount code RTFLV for 10% off at checkout. Coding is available and they have a 1-year warranty, so make sure you take advantage of that. If you're looking for a Forex broker, the broker that I use is HERO10. My link is down in the description. Make sure you check that out if you're looking for a broker, like I said. Now that I said everything that I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend who's also on their trading journey, and let me know down in the comments how your trading journey went this week. So this is the start of the new series. This is when I'm actually going to be grinding out for my first payout in a prop firm. I didn't believe in prop firms before, so since I am now a funded trader and I still haven't gotten the plaque printed, that is my fault, but I've had so much going on this week that next video you should see it up there. I'm going to grind out my first payout using a prop firm. As you know, I am funded by Top Step, so their rule is I have to have 5 winning trades which are bigger than $200 in order to qualify for my first payout. That's not very hard, and the week that I had this week was kind of crazy, so I'll leave it to a little bit later. But I first want to announce a couple of things that have been going on. Like I said last video, as you know from last video, I suggest you really go watch it because that includes the trades that got me funded. But I'm now a funded trader with Top Step. I'm funded 50K with them. I'm also going to announce that I quit my job. Yeah, you heard that right. I quit my job. This is not my full-time thing, apart from a couple of more things that I do outside of here. As you guys know, I'm a videographer first and foremost, and I edit videos, so that's how I make money. But I'm going to take trading full-time now. This is a jump that I decided to take. I believe that if you're meant to do something, your mind and your heart will tell you to do it. I just dreaded every day getting up and going into that building working for somebody else when I know I had a lot more potential than that dead-end job. In a way, I have nothing against anybody in that company. I have nothing against anybody who works a job. I worked a job my whole life basically. I'm an extremely hard worker. I'm not saying that I'm lazy or anything like that, but I decided to take the jump. I decided to take my life into my own hands. Nobody knows, so if you watch this video, you're finding out now. I know that with God anything is possible, and with the mindset and the work ethic that I have truly nothing to worry about. But yeah, my last day was yesterday, and I'm going to explain how this week went as we get into the charts and all that. But I first wanted to say, if you have some sort of a passion, I'm not telling you to just go ahead and quit your job right away. I felt like I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it never felt like it was the right time, and I still don't know if right now is the right time, but I don't think it will ever be the right time. So that's why I decided to take that jump. I don't have much responsibility except for the bills that I pay. I don't have any children or anything like that. I do have people depending on me, but this is the reason why I decided to do it, because there's so much more potential that I have than to work at that job and try to climb the ladder, which just isn't my thing. I believe that now it's going to be a bit, I don't want to say difficult or hard, because I don't want to get into that mindset at all. I know that it's going to be a grind, but now I can actually focus on doing this. If you guys didn't know, I got funded trading through my phone at work. I would literally be walking around work, talking to my co-workers, talking to customers, stuff like that on my phone while I'm in the middle of a trade or trying to get into a trade. And sometimes I would miss trades or misclick, not notice an SMT because I'm on my phone. It was just chaos, but it was controlled chaos. I got funded doing it like that for so long. So now I'm going to have my first week next week actually trading at home, trading in my desk, trading alone in my room in a controlled environment. And that in itself is kind of crazy. You definitely want to make sure you check out the next video, because as we progress, I'm just going to get better at my craft while I have my full attention into it. And yeah, like I said, it's not going to be easy, but I don't expect my life to be easy in any way. I know that I made the right decision. I followed my heart. I'm going to make it work. There's no other way to really put it. I believe that once a man has his back against the wall, that's when he makes things happen. And I'm not saying that I'm down bad or anything like that. I'm actually doing very well for myself. I just got the confidence, and I spoke with God. I had a very long conversation with him, and that conversation led to all the events that ended up happening, and I quit my job. And Crazy thing is that my boss, when I went to go tell him that I was putting in my 2 weeks, and I don't know why I even did it. I think I just have such a good heart that I stayed for that full 2 weeks, but he couldn't even look me in my eyes when I told him that I was putting in my 2 weeks. I walked into his office and he was just on his phone, looking down on his phone, and when I said it, he didn't even look me in my eyes or anything like that. He was just like, oh, okay, and he just kept using his phone. That goes to show that he didn't care, but I don't care either. Either way, they're lucky that I even stayed those 2 weeks, because I could have easily just quit and left. But I like to finish where I started, and like I said, they've treated me very well, so I had no reason to, you know, hold any type of grudge or anything like that towards them. And if I sound a little off, it's because I am a little bit under the weather. I'm a little bit stuffed up right now, and I have a cough drop in my mouth at the same time because, you know, I'm trying to breathe. So if you're breathing right now and you're not sick, take a very deep breath for me and just enjoy that, because I hate being sick. It's so annoying. I want to bring more energy into this video. I want to talk about what happened this week. Let's get into the charts, because I don't want to be recording for too long or make this video way too long, but just know that a lot of things are going to end up happening. I'm going to open up a free Discord where we'll just talk about trading. If anybody trades the way I do or wants to learn the way I trade, you can always join the free Discord. I'm going to have it in the description of the next video, so make sure you tune in for the next video. I'm going to have that there. I'm also going to have a paid mentorship or a paid Discord apart from that, but that one I'm still working on. The free one is going to be up by the next video. A lot of things are going to end up changing. I'm not afraid, like I said, to take that big jump, and I took it. Whatever ends up happening, I think that I'm able to live with it, because it was a decision that I made for myself. And like I said, I made the jump. I wasn't afraid to take my life into my own hands, and I'm still young. I have a lot of years ahead of me, so I'm going to make this work. I don't even want to say if it doesn't work out, I'm going to make this work, because that's just the type of person I am. I get stuff done, and I'm not the type of person that's just going to quit for no reason. So apart from that, let's get into the videos, and I can talk about what ended up happening this week, because this week was crazy. All right, so as you can see here, this is the week that we ended up having, with a Monday low to a Thursday high, or a Friday high. I guess you could say Friday high. We were rising all week, and what started that was this SMT that we ended up having last week, I believe on Thursday. Yeah, last week on Monday, I knew we were gonna have an up week after that, with a dump on Wednesday, but like you can see, we came back up for the rest of the week. And what ended up happening to me this week was a combination of many things. I believe the first thing is the mindset of being in the funded account for the first time kind of messed with me a bit, you know, being afraid to hold trades or getting into trades that I should have got into. That didn't happen that often, but that did kind of mess with me. And I think next week, when I am in my own environment where I don't have to worry about anybody else, and I feel a bit more comfortable trading the live account, I'll be good. I said last week as well that I wasn't gonna treat it any different, and I really can't treat it any different than the challenge, because it's the same thing. I'm not saying that I did horrible and that I ended the week in the negative, because I ended the week in profits, but I could have done a lot better, and I did do very well in terms of my bias. It's just some of the decisions were off a bit, and one day I couldn't see an SMT because I was on my phone, like I said. But hopefully that doesn't happen again with me now being in my own environment while I'm trading. And yeah, it's crazy to even say I'm a full-time trader. You know, this is the week, like I said, I'm gonna bring my drawings in. It was a bit of a hectic week, as you can see. Let's get into the days of the week. I don't want to hold anything off, but let's get straight into that. Let's get into Monday. Monday was a very weird day. Monday was, I don't know if there was news on Monday. I want to check before I even say anything. All right, so we had a no news Monday, and I ended up catching the short and the long, but I had a couple trades in there that ended up making me lose a bit, and it's kind of annoying, because what happened was that I was trying to get into trades too quickly. I think one, breaking my rules goes with that, but also trying to get into trades as soon as 9:30 hits. I think for me at least, wait a little bit more and wait for some more confluences, and that will open up my winning percentage a lot more. I took a long in here somewhere and I ended up losing, and then I was like, okay, so the draw is lower. I waited a bit, entered a short, and then the short, I had my targets. I believe I took profits at the Asia low, or at this low right here at 2100, and then I was aiming also for this low, but it didn't reach up to it. And at some point I was up a bit. I don't know if it was like $400 to $500 or something like that, but I was up very well this day. So like I said, I took a short in here. I took a short about here. I placed my stop at that new high, and I targeted down there. I targeted this low. So this is the short that I took. It was almost a 4R. So I took that low, that short, took profits below this low right here, and then let the rest ride. And as you can see, this is full manipulation for this move up, and it was a no news Monday, so I should have seen that. But I also took the long. But what happened was, I remember I went on break this day and I was extremely tired, so by the time I went on break, I was like, okay, this is the trade that I took after. I saw this, I don't know if it was anything lower than the 5 minute. It might have been on the 1 minute if I'm not mistaken. But so I went on the 1 minute, I take that short. Like I said, I'm good. Trade is moving down, I'm in profit. I see all of this, right? It comes back up, it ends up respecting this 1 minute imbalance, as you can see, very well respected. But like I said, it respected that 1 minute imbalance and it kept going lower. So I thought, okay, we're gonna go for that low that I had marked off over here. But like I said, I was on my phone while I was at work, so I couldn't see that low because the screen was too small and I was on the 1 minute. I guess if I was on a higher time frame, I would have been able to see it, but I didn't see that bullish SMT because ES did take out that low. So you can see here, this is the 5 minute on Monday, but that low was taken out on ES. So very clear SMT. And then once I noticed that, I was like, okay, yeah, we're going higher. What I ended up doing was I took that manipulation leg Monday and I thought we would go higher, but that doesn't really make sense. So I did get into this trade and I was up a lot on this day, both on the way down and on the way up. I just kept messing up, but like you can see, it came all the way down. And I went on my break at 11, and while I was at work, I was extremely tired today, so I said I'm gonna take a nap during my break. I took a nap and I had my stop in profit. I believe it was a bit in profit, not too much, but it was a little bit in profit, and I thought we would keep going up at least. No, tank took me out and I was like, damn, that was rough. When I woke up from my nap, I was like, dang, I was up, I don't know how much, maybe like 400 some change, and then I seen it go all the way down. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that ends up happening on Monday, and then I was done for the day. But I did get both moves up and down, and the move up, I was targeting the -2 on the fib after I used the manipulation legs, but it was a no news Monday. I don't know why I was expecting that big of a move. I should have just closed out once I got up here, or at least above this high. But as you can see, I got in a bit late. But like I said, where is it? On Monday, on that, in the 1 minute, we respected that imbalance, so we should have just dumped from there. Once I saw it started to come back up, I didn't close like right here, something like that, or I don't remember where exactly, but I closed somewhere around here. And what I should have done was, as soon as I saw it come back up into this imbalance, I should have closed out my trade, because one, I didn't see that bullish SMT, but two, changing the state of delivery right here, and we already had came up to rebalance this imbalance and spent some time in there. So the next move should have just dumped, and it didn't dump, so it started to come back up. Either way, once I did that, I should have closed that out and then noticed the SMT and then targeted those highs plus a bit more, and I would have had a perfect trade that day, but should have just closed out. Let's move on to Tuesday now. Tuesday we had, I don't know if it was CPI or PPI. Tuesday we had core PPI month to month. What happened on Tuesday was, I believe I entered on Tuesday in the pre-market, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I remember what happened on Tuesday. Man, was I upset on Tuesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday I entered in the pre-market, and the most annoying part about that is I should have entered earlier. When I entered the market, or at least looked at my charts, we were around here. So as you can see, this crazy move up, we were around here, and I was like, okay, let me just wait a little bit, I'm not gonna enter. And then I see it to start moving up, but we had swept buy side liquidity from Monday and came back down into, I thought you were gonna take this low from Asia, but we ended up just rising. So right before market open, I don't remember what time frame I took this trade on, but this was the sniper entry, or the best entry that I could have had, but I got faked out and I closed it early. Closed it extremely early. So you can see here, we come down into this big imbalance and get into it. So I enter a trade in the next candle. I don't remember what time frame I entered on. Might have been the 1 minute, if I'm not mistaken, if I could see it. I think it was the 1 minute. But since we did that, I entered right here and I had my stop at that new rebalance low, and we start moving up and come back down. I got scared. Like I said, it kind of messed with my psychology, knowing that I was in the funded account now, and I don't know why I got scared. I was risking barely anything. As you can see, it was a 9R, and I closed it, and I was extremely angry after I closed it, because I was like, it could come down, stop me out. I want to follow my rules a bit more. Only take 2 trades per day, so if it stops me out here, I only have 1 chance to get in after market open. So that's kind of the thought process I got in, and yeah, I let myself get fooled out. It came down, tapped my break even, and I think I had my stop at break even. Moved my stop a bit too early, but I closed it. And then I closed that one. I didn't move my stop early. After that entry, I had this entry. Then we had this. I don't remember what time frame I entered on this. It might have been like the 2 minute or something like that, but these are all like $1,000 trades, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I entered this on the 2 or 1 minute, one of the two. But as you can see here, enter here, we end up reacting very well. I'm like, okay, this is good. Ends up going up, and then as soon as it starts going up around here, I move my stop to break even, or a little bit above break even. And what does it do? It comes down and taps me out, and then goes straight up. And I was so angry after that. I don't know if there was any other opportunity after that towards that buy side liquidity that I wanted, but I think I was so upset after those two things happened. I might have entered another one over here somewhere, but as you can see, it just chopped for the rest of the day. It went up a bit during the New York lunch, but after that is just horrendous price action. But I had an amazing entry in the pre-market right here, and I could have entered, like I said, around here somewhere, because I was watching the market when it was doing this. I don't know, I was bullish too, so I don't know why I didn't take that. But if I would have held either one of these, I would have had so much profit. And guess what? No profit on this day because I was being a bot. But I don't remember if I lost any trades in between there, but knowing me, probably did. I'll let y'all know as soon as we get to the end of the video where I'll show you the account, so stay tuned for that. I always say it in every video. But let's move on to Wednesday. Now Wednesday we had PPI, right? We had more CPI on Wednesday. I believe I had a short. I had both these days. No, okay, yeah, I had a short on this day. I had a long somewhere here. It went up. In the pre-market, I had a long. It went up. Didn't notice this SMT at the highs. I wasn't paying attention to that SMT. We ended up dumping. I don't know if I took a short that day. I probably did. Notes. But I believe I then hesitated on taking this long on Wednesday. Or I had it and I was waiting for something to happen. Oh no, I then took the long on Wednesday. And then it stopped me out again, if I'm not mistaken, as you can see here. But I need to see my notes exactly to see what happened on Wednesday, but I think I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So I hesitated on that long that day. What ended up happening was, like I said, CPI came out, took out both buy side and sell side, and what price did was come up, SMT move lower, and then we had an SMT at those highs, came down, bounced off this 4-hour buy side imbalance, and then continued in the direction of the weekly objective. So the weekly draw was higher, move was higher. I hesitated on taking this trade right there, but I had a ridiculous target, so either way, kind of crazy that I thought I was gonna go all the way up here after that. But I didn't take this trade because I hesitated. I could have had a trade from that spot where I got in up to those highs that were relatively equal after that SMC, but like I said, I hesitated and take that. On Thursday, the day I decided not to trade in the pre-market, I was like, let me just wait till market open, and we just boomed. We barely had any retracements this day. As you can see, the best entry was right here at 8:15. We had an SMT at those lows, and I remember Wednesday night I was like, let's just have an SMT tomorrow at the Asia lows, and that's exactly what ended up happening. And still I was like, I'm not even gonna look at the charts until 9:30. And when I came into the charts, I saw all this. I was like, dang. But the 9:30 candle was right here. It came down actually to refill this imbalance, so that was an entry I could have took, but I was expecting it to at least come down into this imbalance, but it never did. So I was waiting for another retracement, and I got in on the next retracement I got, which was this candle right here at 10. So this is the manipulation down. If you know the power of 3, open, high, low, and close. It opened, manipulated lower, and then went up for the rest of the day, but it was slow, so I ended up closing around here. I should have just entered at 9:30. It was 9:15 that we had that rebalance, so I didn't even get to see that. It just mooned for the rest of the day, so I did catch a bit of that long, but that was about it. And then, like I said, we had that SMT. SMTs are so powerful, man. If you're not using SMTs, I don't know what you're doing, but I had that SMT at the lows and then just boomed for the rest of the morning. But now on to today, Friday. Today, Friday was a break-even day. I was up about $300, almost $400 on this trade, but I let it come back down on me, and I moved my stop loss to break even. It was kind of annoying, but it ended up going up. And then I had an opportunity to take, I took this one, and I got like $20, something like that. I closed it fast because I saw an SMT at the highs. But this trade right here, I hesitated to take on the 5 minute. I think I was distracted a bit, and wasn't really looking at my screen, but I could have set a limit order, so I don't know why I didn't take it. But yeah, this is the trade that I actually took right here, but I moved my stop to break even. So after it went up here, I was expecting it to at least come up into this area, which is the only buy side imbalance on the 15-minute that's in premium. So if we do come up here and reject, then I would know that the draw is lower. But we were consolidating here. I entered a trade in this wick. I figured that the draw for the week was still this high from a couple weeks ago, so you can see right here, and I still do think we'll end up going up there. But as of then, that is what I had. That is the premise of why I took that trade. I believe that the higher time frame draw was that high, and once we came down and I saw this manipulation leg to take out Asia lows, and it was in between a 4-hour and a 1-hour imbalance to go higher, so I was bullish either way. I just moved my stop a bit too fast, so it was a break-even trade. But if I would have left my stop exactly where I had it, I would have been totally fine. I would have been so fine closing around here once I saw that SMT. Yeah, it was my fault for moving my stop loss so quickly. That's kind of what's been messing with me recently, just moving my stop too fast or closing out, because I don't know, I just have to accept the risk of every trade that I'm taking and just let it run. If it comes back down and takes me out, it takes me out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I can't be too scared of moving my stop to break even any chance I get, because then stuff like this happens, especially on Fridays. Like last Friday was exactly the same. So it came down and stopped me out and went back up. What I have to do is be able to at least find the lows that are protected and have my stop at those lows and then just let it run. So I had an opportunity right here at 9:30 to get in this candle, and if I would have gotten in this wick of this candle and had my stop at this low, I would have let it run all day. But that's just more stuff that I have to work on for next week. But yeah, this was the week that I had. Like I said, I had a lot of profit this week that was unrealized because I didn't close my trades, and that's just decision making and psychology. Honestly, there's no other way to put it. But I want to show you the account. This is what the account is at. It's nothing crazy. I had a lot more unrealized profit than this, so I did get one total trade above 200, so I need 4 more for the payout. So this series is just roll to payout, and if I keep doing this, I will be able to at least take out $500 out of this account, because I think you could take out half of your profits until you get 30 winning trades, and it doesn't have to be consecutive or anything like that. As you can see here, I was down a couple times this week, barely any loss. Honestly, the most I was down was $143, but I gained it right back the next day. And yeah, I just have to be able to, you can see these are the stats, close out my trades, man. I was up a lot on a lot of these days, and I just didn't close my trades because I wasn't in the right state of mind, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's what the account is at. This is what happened this week. Like I said, I quit my job. I'm not a full-time day trader, YouTuber, and content creator. Apart from that, I also do a couple more things, but that is basically the end of the video. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of what I did this week down in the comments. Make sure you check out Techtronix.com. Use code RTFLV for 10% off. Use my link for Hero Effects down in the description. Make sure you check out next video where I have the free Discord and a bunch of new stuff. It'll be the first week where I'm actually trading at my house, so you don't want to miss out on that one. Hopefully, with God guiding me in the right direction, everything goes well. But I am a very determined and ambitious person, so I have nothing to worry about. Apart from that, this has been it, and thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.